Hello everybody and welcome to this episode of Low Carb in the Leaves with me, Dr. Mary Barson. This week I am going through a few of my favourite short meditations that I do in the morning. I typically meditate somewhere between 3 to 10 minutes in the morning and I find that makes an enormous difference. I do know of people who meditate for an hour in the morning and I think that's amazing. It's not something that I realistically could do. At least it's not something that I realistically choose to do. But a few minutes makes a huge difference. So I've talked about my Qigong inspired breathing technique, which is probably my favourite at the moment. Yesterday I went through my positive affirmations with the beads, which I also really love. I'm going to do something today which is great if you're suddenly getting quite stressed and you're out and about and feeling overwhelmed. There's a lot of overwhelm out there at the moment. I'm seeing it a lot with the COVID pandemic, with vaccine mandates, with lots of stress and upheaval in our society. A lot of people are overwhelmed, and when you're overwhelmed, when you're in that stress response, that fight or flight response, you're living entirely in your amygdala, in the emotional part of your brain. And your big prefrontal cortex, the part of our brain that we require for rational thought, for planning, it's just offline. The brain is not integrated when you are really, really stressed, and it's impossible to make rational decisions. So being able to find ways to just calm yourself and ground yourself in a moment of distress, to help bring your frontal lobes back online, to help integrate your brain, is a really good skill to have. And it's pretty simple. So there's lots of ways to do it, but a lovely simple way is to just become aware of your surroundings. You bring yourself into the present moment. So you're not stressing about the future or ruminating about the past. You're bringing your brain into the present moment. So I like to do this. It's my dog, don't know if you can hear it. Again, take 3 slow, deep breaths. It's good to have your outward breath longer than your inward breath, because that really turns on your parasympathetic system, turns on your relaxation pathway. And then I just notice what I can see. And I say to myself, either out loud or if I'm out and about, like in a cafe, freaking out, for example, if that happens to you, which I'm sure it does sometimes, I'll say it to myself. So right now, I'm looking this way at my veranda, so you guys can't see the stuff that I can see, but I can see my daughter's bike. I can see our wooden chairs. I can see the box of balls over there. I can see the box of all of our balls. 3 things I can see, and then I focus on 3 things that I can hear. I can hear the birds chirping in the trees. I can hear the distant cars of the highway. And I can hear my dog scratching herself. I think that's what that sound is. And then I think of 3 things that I can feel. At the moment, I'm patting my dog. I can feel my hand in her fur. I can feel the chair beneath my bottom. And I can feel the wind on my cheeks. And then I go 2 things that I can see, and 2 things that I can hear, and 2 things that I can feel, and then 1 thing that I can see, and 1 thing that I can hear, and 1 thing that I can feel. You can repeat them. And it's a really lovely grounding exercise. It can bring you from to just in the moment. So it can dial the anxiety down from, like 11 out of 10 to 4. And when your anxiety is 11 out of 10, it's pretty difficult to function. If your anxiety is 4 out of 10, it's much, much easier. And you can even do it when you're not stressed. It's something that you can do as a lovely grounding mindfulness exercise whenever you want. So that's a nice one. There are definitely others and other ways to do it, but that's one of my favourite ones because you can just do it sitting around. You could be surrounded by people and you don't look weird. You don't like you're going, hello dog, guest appearance from Slightly Naughty Puppy, and you just look like you're sort of, just taking in the surroundings, which is fine. I am here. There's just also a dog in the way. All right, everybody. I think that large puppies are calling me away. Have a fabulous day. If you haven't already, do check out our podcast. It's a fabulous episode this week. A popular podcast that's doing really well. Real Health and Weight Loss by Real Life Medicine. And you shall see me again tomorrow. Okay, bye now.